So I'm just gonna keep blending. So I'm gonna take the butt of the sponge and blend that shit out. Now, obviously, if you want something more full coverage for this monster, you can use something that I have, which I don't use very often. It is my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. The only thing I don't like about this is that it is so thick. It is so incredibly thick. It is good for concealing. I haven't found it to be creaseless, but maybe I wasn't doing it right. But this is really going to cover that shit up. Now, because I have oily T-zone and I get really oily throughout the day. My makeup is like sliding off sometimes at the end of the day if I'm working really hard. I bake everything. Everything. This is just the container I use. Right now I finished the NYX HD Studio finishing powder. It's just the translucent powder, but actually that is not what's in here. I finished that, but I loved the container because I can actually just dip the whole beauty blender in there and get that crap out of here. I have right now the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colorless Powder. My friend got this online and she got one for herself and she was like, you know what, I'm going to give one to Megan, see if she wants one. But I really like it so far, but I think the next one I'm going to try is the Kat Von D or the Laura Mercier because I've heard really, really good things about that. So for now, this is what I'm putting on my face, that Ben Nye Neutral Set. I am taking my little green beauty blender. It's damp again, dipping it into the powder. Don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to make sure that my eyelids don't have that crease on there. I bake my eyelids just like Patrick Starr. My eyelids get oily. I am not trying to have my eyeshadow run. Now, if you do get the lines of makeup under your eyes, the less powder the better. So be careful with this. But like I said, I'm super oily. So I just kind of bake everything. What I noticed throughout the day is that my nose makeup really slips. Could be the foundation I'm using, but again, guys, someone had breakouts in high school. I am so oily. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a little while and then we're gonna brush it off because holy white cast. Alright guys, I let it sit for about 30 seconds. You can let it sit more or less depending on what kind of a rush you're in, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and buff it into my skin. I'm going to use the Heavenly Looks Radiance Wand number 14 IT Cosmetics brush. Big fluffy blush brush, like a powder brush. It's really nice. I love it. So I'm just going to buff that shit out. Again, for the sake of this video, I'm not really doing full coverage. I'm just doing my kind of everyday look. I got this in my Ipsy bag. First of all, I have Ipsy. I love it. You're going to see many unboxing or unbagging of Ipsy products throughout my whole series. I got this in an Ipsy bag and I love it so much. It is the Bahama Mama. It's like a matte bronzer. I don't know if this is focusing. It's like a matte bronzer and it's by The Balm and I love it so much, and you can see that I've used it already, gotten all over the package. But what I love about it is you can use it as a bronzer, you can use it as a contour, you can use it anything where you would use a matte powder. I love it for. Okay, so I'm going to apply this just a tad here. The brush I'm going to be using is the IT Cosmetics, I don't see a number, 203 Blending Concealer brush. Now I'm using this right now. It's just kind of a little fluffy end brush and ever so slightly contour. I'm going to take that awesome brush I used. So this is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Angled Buffing Foundation Brush. I love that. So again, blend that shit. A lot of days I don't use a blush. Don't know why I used it today. I think I was just more excited to demonstrate it to you guys. What I am obsessed with right now. Too Faced Natural Eyes Neutral Eye Shadow Collection. It's the palette by Too Faced. It's like a little metal palette, and it actually has all of these. You can see how much I've used it. So it has all of these colors, and the ones I use the most you can really see as well. So I'm going to use, I don't know if you guys have this palette, but I love it so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flat side of the brush and I'm going to dip into Cashmere Bunny right here. I'm going to dip into that and just pat down the center of my eyelid. I dipped into Cashmere Bunny one more time to do the other lid. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the other side of the brush into Sexpresso. So that's going to be this color right here. And I'm actually going to put that on the outer corner of my lid. And I look like a freak right now. So that's what I do with that. Then I'm going to take, oh my god, so many IT Cosmetics brushes, guys. I'm going to take my Heavenly Luxe No Tug Dual Eyeshadow number 5 All Over eyeshadow brush. It's actually double-ended. So here is the all-over brush, and there's actually a smudge side to it that I use to kind of brighten up my eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the all-over side, and I'm actually just going to gently blend these colors in. That I've left this inner corner of my eyelids blank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my all over brush one more time in Silk Teddy, and I'm going to start at the inside and sweep my way out just to give it that dimension. And we are good with our eyeshadow. Take my big fluffy brush and brush away any fallout. Done. I am also going to take the smudge side. Here's the mirror. I'm going to take the smudge side of my Heavenly brush, dip it into the Day color, which is Heaven, just a little, and kind of sweep up to give it that sharper angle. Now, what I'm going to do is take my all over brush one more time and push up and really kind of blend that into my crease on top of the rest. Same thing on the other side. Again, this is just a fast, easy, work-friendly look. And there we have it. That's done. Okay. Sometimes I will smudge under the eye, not for this look. That is done. Now we're going to do eyebrows. I already have pretty thick eyebrows that are kind of shapely. However, I just kind of va-va-voom them up because, you know, we're going for it. So what I use is, actually I use Benefit, the Bravo Conditioning Primer. This is a tiny little, kind of like a sample that came in a kit. And what you do is you take off the lid. Now what I'm going to do is use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Again, this is the little trial size. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I love it. So this color I have, doesn't tell me, I think it was a 3 shade. It was the middle. And what you're going to do is it actually has, the applicator is really cool because it has this shape where the tail end of your eyebrow is going to be super easy. That's why it's goof proof. So you're going to twist the pencil up and you see how it's coming up, and you're literally just going to, I'm doing it with the tail side right here, the pointed side. So I'm going to come close up. And I'm just kind of gently doing this part. I don't need a lot of brow va-voom, so you can already see how this one is more thick and defined than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. And you see how they're like second cousins today. They're not really twins, but you can kind of see how that tail was super easy to do. So what I usually do when I'm done is I twist it back down because I'm just definitely afraid of wasting this, and click it back. So now our eyebrows are done. And when you shake it, can you hear that? So it actually has a little ball to mix up the product, which is really nice. Now, that is a good starter one. I got this in my Ipsy bag and I'm obsessed with it. It is the Ico London Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in black. I love this so much. It also has a felt tip, and this one's actually a little bit rounded right now for some reason, but I love it. It is super easy to learn with. When I was starting out, I would actually have to have both of my elbows on the table, one eye pulling my eye, which is not good for wrinkles, and one hand steadily doing this. Now I can do it with one hand not resting on anything. So practice, 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 practice. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply my eyeliner. I'm gonna try to do it as close to the camera as possible, but we'll see. So, okay, here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm going from the corner of my lid up as far as I want this part to go. Then I'm gonna draw right here and connect it to a point. See that? It's easy. So then all I'm doing is connecting it here. This part can be a little tricky because it's like the inside of your lid, but for video purposes, I'm just gonna keep going. Do you hear my dog snoring, guys? That's a French bulldog for you. So I've made the outline, and now all I'm going to do is color it in. Okay, so now that I am done with this side, I'm going to go ahead and do this side off camera, and we'll meet back up for mascara. Okay, now that I have completed the other side with a little bit of mistakes, it's not going to be perfect every time, folks. So, now that we have done that, I'm going to go ahead and top off with a little bit mascara, and we will be done, pretty much. I will also do a makeup setting spray. So, almost done with this look. What we're going to do is, a lot of people say not to curl your eyelashes, especially with heat. I like to curl my eyelashes very gently. I just think it gives them a nice boost. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm not exactly sure where I got this eyelash curler. I want to say Sephora, maybe 10 years ago, like a long time ago. It says Shu Uemura. I don't even know if that brand is still around, but it's a pretty good eyelash curler. I would say any eyelash curler that doesn't produce heat is probably good for your eyelashes. Just be gentle. You don't need to hold it for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my favorite mascaras right now. I have 10,000 favorite mascaras, so I'm going to show you them really fast. First one is one that has been sweeping the beauty vlogger nation. It is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. For me, I do not get the waterproof kind. I don't need it. It takes forever for me to get off. Blech. But I love this kind. It's very nice. My next favorite is actually by Tarte. It is the new Man-Eater 1. I love it so much. And in every color I get blackest black, or as black as they can get. So just in case you're wondering for color, I'm not going to be using this one today though. This one is the one that I'm going to be using today. I actually got it in my Ipsy bag. I love Ipsy so freaking much. It is by The Balm, which if you can recall is the same company that makes my Bahama Mama bronzer. It is the Mad Lash Black Mascara. And I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It actually has a pretty unique, again, this is a trial size, so it's pretty big brush to product ratio, but it's a curved brush. It actually doesn't twist out of the package, which I was trying to do for 10 years. It actually just pops right out. So I'm going to go ahead, since I've curled my eyelashes, and apply my mascara. Then I'm going to take the very end of the wand, make sure it doesn't have a ton of extra product on it. And this brush actually has a little doohickey on the end of the wand. And I believe that is for the end of your lashes, which is what I'm about to do. You can't really tell just because I do have my wings on today. My wings on and ready to go. But maybe I can do a close up that just kind of shows you what my lashes look like. Again, I'm not doing a super dramatic look today, so I'm not going to be doing any false eyelashes, but this is the look. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm going to zoom back out. Whoa, that's the wrong direction. We're going to zoom back out, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. I do love this product. I love the formula. I love the brush. I'm really into it. I'm actually, everything I've tried by The Balm has been pretty good. I hear you can get it at Kohl's. Just in case you're wondering. I got it in my Ipsy bag. But every time I get it, I rate it like 5 stars, so they put more in. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but I pretty much rate everything. If there's another thing you can take away from this video, is that if you have an extra $10 lying around every month and you do love playing around with new makeup, I would highly recommend Ipsy. $10, they send you a cute bag every month. This was the first one I ever got. It's actually a design, I believe, by Michelle Phan. Please don't ruin me if this is wrong. But it's one of the bags that she did. There was actually another one where a girl had blue hair. But this one is so cute. I love the feel of the bag. The inside is pink and lined. The zipper is really good quality. It doesn't get stuck or caught on anything. And just to kind of show you, one of my favorite hair care products I got in my Ipsy bag, and it's huge. That's a big sample. I've been using this for months, and it's only down to here. Every day. A little dollop size. So they give you pretty good, sometimes they're little bitty, sometimes they're pretty good samples. Okay, I'm done with my look. It's very simple, if you will. So what I'm going to do to set it is use my Urban Decay setting spray. This one's the all-nighter. I love it, love it, love it so much. Make sure you shake it. There's another little cap on here, and just do like Jeffree Star and spritz the fuck out of yourself. So it says you only need 4, but I use a lot. I want that shit to stay on. Alright guys, I am officially done with my makeup. I'm not really going to do anything with my hair today. We're going to leave that for another video. But I hope you enjoyed this, even though I made like 10,000 mistakes. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to make a ton of more videos, even though they're very, I'm very new. They're not great yet, but we'll see. Thanks, guys.